This is a very quiet 12-9 Marlins team. They've won 7 of their last 8 games. Their general manager, Kim Ng, joins us right now live on MLB Now. I'm sure everyone's cool with that too, right, Kim? Just quietly strolling along, 12-9. How much fun is everyone having there?
Absolutely. No, we're happy to be under the radar, but everybody here is ecstatic. We're having a great time. I think these guys are, living up to their potential and loving every minute of it.
It's D-backs Marlins tonight, too. This one's special because it's Zach Gallen matching up against Pablo Lopez. Both of them have ERAs in the about half a run range. 0.60 for Gallen, 0.39 for Lopez. We'll get to Lopez in a second. He's been amazing. But Gallen was dealt for Jazz Chisholm a few years back. Does Jazz want to hit like 5 home runs tonight against Arizona?
I think Jazz wants to hit 5 home runs every night, so he's not very discriminating in that way, which we love.
That's a great call. What have you seen from him as a hitter so far early on this season? Of course, the power's there. Sometimes we've seen him be up and down streaky at times. I know he's always working on the plate discipline, but so far the power numbers and overall his offensive profile has been great.
Yeah, no, Jazz has been great this April. He's being a little bit more selective. The power's there. He's got really quick wrists, and he's just had a tremendous month.
And let's go over some of the deals, too, that have led up to this nice winning streak. So it was 7 in a row, got snapped yesterday, Kim. So let's start with Jesus Luzardo. That move made last year for Starling Marte. And I was one among many that was surprised that Luzardo had also his ups and downs for sure as a prospect, but still a guy that was one of the top-rated pitching prospects over the past few years. Still looking back, are you surprised you were able to land him? And now how pleased have you been so far with his progress?
I don't know if we were completely surprised. I mean, we gave up Starling Marte, who's a great player. But having Luzardo right now, we're just thrilled. I think last year, I don't want to say it was nerves, but I think there was definitely an acclimation period for him. And getting him with our staff, Mel Stottlemyre Jr., and seeing what he can really do has been exciting. And it started from day one of spring training, and it's he's gone throughout all of April. So we're just excited to see him.
We've seen the curveball usage for him go up, and that's been a money pitch for him. Is that something that the organization worked on in the offseason? What's the communication process to get him to up that usage?
Well, I think the communication was a little bit difficult this offseason with everything going on. But I think Jesus did a lot of work himself this offseason. So there's been communication throughout. Last year when he joined us, again, Mel's worked with him quite a bit. Our analytics team gets involved, but all the work really is a tribute to Jesus.
I know you'll probably say all of these moves, but which ones are you either most proud of or do you want to point out of the ones you've made? Because that's the thing with the Marlins. I know there's been a building process for the team, but it's not all homegrown talent here. Some really shrewd moves. Jesus Sanchez, Joey Wendell was this past offseason. Jacob Stallings was this past offseason. What have you seen from some of those acquisitions this year?
Yeah, Joey Wendell has been just an igniter for our club. And we, when we acquired him, we had heard nothing but great things as a teammate, as a leader, his play on the field. And I think you don't really have a great appreciation for what he does until you watch him every single day. So he's been a great one. Jacob Stallings, in terms of working with our pitching staff. Everybody talks about him. So we've had some really nice acquisitions. I can tell you that one of our probably our most recent acquisitions, Tanner Scott, Cole Sulser, those two have really helped to stabilize our bullpen. So we've been busy the last 6 months.
Yeah, and the starting rotation has been brilliant too, and that's really been the bread and butter the last few years. We saw some of these young pitchers coming up, and then some that have been up here for a few years already, like a Pablo Lopez, who just continues to take it to another level. He's pitching tonight. Can you tell us what his progression has looked like as well? He's had this stuff, and same thing, changeup usage going up. I bet he wishes he could use that pitch every time.
Yeah, in terms of Pablo, he's just had a tremendous April. His changeup, you just watch, guys walk back to the dugout on the other side and shaking their heads. So he's just really, he's been tremendous. And, again, working with Mel Stottlemyre has been great. Being able to locate his fastball has really just contributed to his tremendous April.
Loving what we're seeing from your young group. What's something that you wish you saw more of over the first month of the season? Is there a weakness or something that the team would like to improve on after the first 21 games for them?
Sure, I think there's always something that you'd like to see improved. I would say, we'd love to see a few more runs. Kind of hurt us a little bit early in the season, but we've really come on the last, I would say, 7 to 10 days. But you can always use a few more runs.
Yeah, why not? Exactly. I mean, or you can win, 2-1, 3-2 games, and you can just keep calling up.
We've done some of those, too.
Yes, you've done that. I've seen that. You can keep it up if you say, call up a Max Meyer. Can I interest you in a call up there anytime soon for your top pitching prospect who looks lights out with the slider down in the minors?
Yeah, no, we've got some great prospects down in the minor leagues, Max being one of them. We have Edgar Cabrera, who's working his way through, Braxton Garrett, so we're quite fortunate in that area.
Do you have any timelines for any of them? Anybody maybe that you would expect of the names that you mentioned that could be first to make it to the big leagues?
No, we haven't put any timelines on these guys. We just want to make sure that their progressions are good, that we see, improvement and consistency, and that when they come up here, we've structured it and set them up for success. Yeah,
they're looking great as well down in the minors. Kim, great to talk to you as always. Congrats on the hot start for the team, and we'll talk again very soon.
All right, thank you. Take care, Scott.